I know this is going to be a longer conversation. I have to talk about this.
Sure.
Simps.
Right.
I have to talk about Simps, man.
The
Yeah.
Simpsons. Yeah, it's crazy.
So and then again, I watched you and you said, I'm not the type that just blames all women. I'm blaming the weak men in society. So I would love you to.
They the worst. You got to realize the simps is what ruins society. Simps ruin everything. You feel what I'm saying? Simps is the reason a lot of these women is promiscuous because simps reward them for that. How you think OnlyFans creators are so rich? Why do you think they're doing what they're doing? It's because simps are keeping them in business. Why do you think all of these OnlyFans models on Instagram shaking their butts? Think about it. Why do you think they in business? Not because of people like me, because I don't look at it, I don't like it, I don't do none of that. You feel me? Y'all simps keep them in business. Weak men in society, male feminists and simps are the worst detriment to society. Period. Put y'all cash up in the comments, man. Y'all know how to do it. Also, if y'all want to join the $1,000 giveaway, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and go follow me on Instagram at 200_acres. You are in the giveaway. I will be doing the giveaway October 22nd. Like I said, I will get to a point to where I'm doing the monthly, but I have to make more money. That's just that, so I can give y'all more money. You feel me? But hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Let's get to the video, fam.
Break down what simps are and their mentalities and how it's negatively impacting our society.
Number one, I do advocate that we beat up simps. we need to actually beat them up. It's crazy out here. But simply put, a simp is a weak male who has to use dishonorable strategies to acquire and to keep a female. A weak male is a man who has to use dishonorable strategies to acquire and retain a female. And what they typically do is they'll
It's because wait, I gotta explain it too. Now I ain't gonna lie. I'm not finna say like I'm perfect or something. I actually went through a phase, probably for I went through a simp phase for 2 days. No, I ain't gonna say 2 days. I'm gonna say a month. I did, but I don't know. I was going through a lot of stuff mentally, but it's basically a phase where a guy really feel like they gotta give a woman something because that man don't have confidence in himself. And that man don't feel like he's worthy enough, so he has to shower that person with things. But really what you're doing is getting that person to love the thing. As soon as the thing's not there, guess what? They gone. That's what a simp does. You feel me? For those of y'all who don't know, I had it for like I say, a little amount of time, but trust me, I got out of it real quick. You feel me? Because I realized I have to. I'm 200. You feel me? Why you got to do that? But I did. Everybody had a phase like that. Don't let people fool you. They had a little phase, but don't stay in it.
Imitate the female. For example, I've had a multitude of women asking, "Oh, what's your sign?" Do you know your horoscope? And as soon as they say that in my head, I'm like,
"Yeah, I don't." Yeah. It's foolery.
Right. I'm like, you are a dumb, and I'm not going to say the second word. But when I hear guys say, "Oh, what's your sign?" or "Oh, I'm a Sagittarius," and I'm like,
it's worse.
Right.
It's worse.
Right.
It's worse.
It is, right?
It's already bad on the female.
But it's crazy because what he's doing is he's picked up on oh, this is what they're into, so I'm going to get into this. And I'm going to play their game. When really you shouldn't be playing any games. And that's where you get your male feminists from. And they realize that at a certain level, the female, there is a struggle between male and female. Even if you watch National Geographic and you watch animals mating, we often like to talk about lions or gorillas. When you see them mating, does it look like consent or does it look like bro was like, you, and seized her and, that is what it was, right? And it was a strong male. And then you look at some of the primates, it's like, so I'm going to take about 5 of these, which means that you, bro, you're not going to get any. And I think that what we have to realize is that not every man deserves a woman.
Wow.
There's a significant number of males who are unworthy and unqualified to have a woman. I'm not saying that because they're broke, which is a factor, and we also need to define what is broke because people don't know, but it's because they're too emotional. I heard someone say, the alpha males are the guys who commit, violence against women. I'm like, no.
Like protecting.
I'm so strong and so masculine that when I look at you, like when you make a mad face, it's funny to me. Mm-hmm. Like if you ball up your fist, it's cute to me because it's like, oh, this is not even hard. It's like all squishy. Like you cannot make me feel threatened because I look at you as such a small, delicate, like non-powerful entity. Mm-hmm. That's how strong and masculine I perceive myself to be. So like I would never even consider DVing you, right? Like it's ridiculous. The weak guys, on the other hand, they might be closer in size to you. They might feel threatened. They're very emotional like you. So the woman's emotional. Yeah, she might wild out and throw a punch at you, right? They're emotional just like you. He might wild out and throw a punch at you. Mm. These are the...
Well, he said something then. It's not the masculine man that beats the women. It's the man who's weak because he want to feel masculine. So he has to get that out on somebody who's weaker to feel like he's somebody. But a masculine man, we don't feel strong by beating on a weaker vessel. No, we feel strong when we go challenge the biggest man in the room. You feel what I'm saying? That's when we feel strong, not beating on a weak vessel. Not saying women are weak, but I'm saying just a weaker vessel. Nah, it's like I told you, it's the weak man that destroys society. It's the weak man who don't have control of over his home. It's the weak man who let their kids do whatever. It's the weak man, not the strong man. You feel what I'm saying?
Simps. And that's what people don't realize. Like the alpha male, the man who can take his pick of the females if he chooses to, I don't even really need to get that mad at you because you're always aware of like, if he just goes out in this world, women will attract to him.
Yeah.
So he is not obsessively just like, no, you have to do this. He's more so like, I recommend you do this, but you know, it's a free world. I don't have to control you. If you don't want to get on program, there's about 10 or 20 that will.
Yeah.
And you're aware of that and I'm aware of that. So there's a lot of problems that are never a problem because you're constantly trying to earn and re-earn me.
Yeah.
So you're going to behave better. With the simps, shorty talking reckless and he can't handle it because he lacks emotional control, he lacks knowledge, and he knows that he's resource deficient. Various capitals, not only the capital of maybe attractiveness, height, strength, finances, emotion, intelligence, whatever it is, he knows he's capital deficient. Mm. So he's going to be like Pepe Le Pew, trying to be very controlling and hug you too tight and love on you too hard.
But you got to realize a lot of guys in this generation ain't really guys. A lot of these guys, they ain't got nothing to them. You feel me? It's the woman who's the breadwinner. It's the woman out here making money. The guy really ain't got nothing. They living off the woman. So obviously they have to dance at the sound of the woman's beat because they don't have nothing. So the woman can come and say anything she want to say. Is because majority of these guys not on their stuff. So when he said a lot of these guys don't deserve a woman, bro, that's so true. Some of you guys out here, y'all don't need a woman. Y'all need just y'all self. Get yourself together. Read, build yourself up. Get your money right. Grind. What you looking for a woman for? You don't even got nothing. You're not built. You're not ready for that. And then they go find a woman, right, who got something, and guess what happens? Now they're jealous. Because they feel as if they woman can go and find someone better. That's when domestic violence come into play. Because now they want to hit on a woman to basically make her feel like she's not worthy because they don't feel worthy. They want to bring her down to their level. That's why I feel like a lot of the guys, like this video for the guys, because I'm getting on both. I always get on both of y'all anyway, but the guys, y'all got to build yourself. Y'all got to come, you feel me? Get yourself together before you bring a woman, before you try to go get a woman, man. That's just that, simply put. You feel me?
But also, he's in fear. And so these are the things that simps do that make them extremely dangerous and unappealing. But the problem is that if a woman grew up and her father was a simp, or a woman has experienced a number of simps before you, what do simps do? Like, oh, here's flowers, here's gifts, here's what they try to pay for the love. Whereas a woman, I might meet a woman and she expects certain things that she's not going to get. And the reason she doesn't get it is because it's like, I don't have to buy you anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
In a real way. Like, yeah. It's like, it wouldn't even cross my mind to buy you anything. Primarily because you haven't made me any money. when I buy you something, it'll be because I'm returning value that you've given me. I'm returning value to you that you've already delivered on. But until then, you're with me because you've looked at me and realized that, ooh, like if I stick with this guy, he's going to take care of me. He's a very loyal, honorable man. He's not going to leave me abandoned. He's not going to have me and his kids living in.
Oh, that boy, hey, that he said something there, bro. Like, he like, why would I go and buy you some expensive stuff when you ain't gave me no value? Perfect example of what he said. So let's say, like, when I met my wife, I didn't have as much money as I have now. I wasn't as successful as I am now, right? So I had a vision. You know what she did? She went and bought me this camera. I think I told y'all the story a while ago. She bought me this camera. You know what I did? I took the camera and started making money with the camera. So now I bought my wife really nice